feel getting back into it with Elite?
It feels really good to be back here. It feels like it's been so long since I've been back here, but it really has only been a year. But just so much has happened in the last year, and I think today went really well. I'm especially excited about vault. I've been a little bit nervous ever since the Olympics, so today was a really big step for me.
And how much time did you take off after NCAAs?
I took about a week, I think, 5 days, because I knew that the elite season would be coming up quick and I had a lot of work to do to get back.
I'm guessing your goal is to make the world team, and if that's the case, when do you plan on going back to Oregon State? Will not be until November?
I'm actually still training at Oregon State. They have a really nice facility, and so it's nice to just stay there, and my dad has been coming up to Oregon quite often.
What made you want to stay up there?
It's just a really nice environment to have all my teammates there and them cheering me on. And the facility is really great, has everything that I would need, so yeah.
What was the main motivation for you wanting to continue doing Elite?
I feel like after I went into the all-around final at the Olympics and I realized like how well I did even with a fall on beam, that was kind of like my point where I was like, I want to make it back here again and do even better.
Is there a specific reason you were nervous about coming out here and vaulting after, Tokyo last summer? Because you looked incredible.
Thanks. I think just after what happened to me in Tokyo in the vault final, I've just been a little bit like not confident in myself. So I just wanted to get back up on the podium and just vault again and just be my normal self.
If you had told yourself a few years ago that you'd be a all-arounder and kind of competing for all-around podium spots, what would you have thought?
No way. I was a complete disaster on bars when I first started Elite, so it's crazy to look back and see how far I've come, but I'm definitely proud of all the hard work and that I've put in and not given up on that.
Is kind of how much you've improved on bars and beam part of what's motivating you to keep doing Elite and keep seeing what you can accomplish?
Yeah, it definitely is. I feel like bars and beam came definitely later to me, but seeing how much progress I've made in just a few years makes me excited to just see how much further that I can go.
Before Tokyo, did you think I'm going to go to NCAA and I'm just going to go to NCAA, or were you keeping your mind open going to Tokyo?
I was pretty sure that after the Olympics that I was going to be done and just move on to college, but I think just from that whole experience in general, I really just wanted to be able to experience it again, hopefully, and hopefully have it be a little bit more normal.
We had a conversation with Jordan about the energy in NCAA and how she said, and we've also heard that you really want to bring that energy back here. What's it like being back out with her, and then like how would you like to bring that energy here?
Yeah, it's really fun to be back here, especially with Jordan and how we've both just finished NCAA. It's such a different energy. It's a lot more light and fun, and I mean, we're still competing really well in NCAA, so I just want to be able to show everyone, especially all the athletes here, that like we still can be light and have fun and like cheer each other on and like still be serious but still do like the best gymnastics in the world, because we're supposed to be having fun in what we love to do.
Do you find that when you have fun you do better?
Absolutely.
When you said you initially didn't think you would come back to Elite, what do you think prompted the switch, and kind of when was that?
Yeah, definitely after like the first time we competed at the Olympics, I was like, well, this is a really cool experience and it would be cool to just see if I could do it again. And then especially after, I would say like I had a successful Olympics, but not as successful as I know that I could have done. So that's definitely been pushing me to want to go back.
What's the process been like converting your routine sort of back, I guess, from NCAA into Elite?
It's been a little bit of a whirlwind. At first it was just getting my skills back and it was going pretty well, and then putting the routines together was a little bit of a challenge, but I feel like it came together pretty quickly, and then I went down a little bit and was like, oh, doing more is a lot harder. So I've kind of just been working through that, but after I got over that and like pushed through that, it's been pretty well.
Does it feel different to be back at this event as Olympic champion?
Yeah, it does feel different. I just feel like there's more eyes on me, but I also feel like I had the experience, so I hope to help everyone here and just guide them through.
How is it?
What's the most important thing you learned in the last year in college that you're bringing to back to the Olympic level this year?
I think I've really learned, well, one is just to have fun and really take it one day at a time, because like when I put that too much pressure on myself is when things go wrong, and when I'm just relaxed and having fun and doing what I know how to do, that's when I do the best.
And so do you feel less pressure this year than say 2018 or 19?
Yeah, I do, and I feel like I'm trying to not put that pressure on myself this time around, and just believing and knowing that I can do my gymnastics.
Do you
How
think?
how is it different going into a national championships, coming off doing a whole college season when I guess otherwise you would be training elite, all winter?
Yeah, it's different because all through college, I mean, I kept some of my elite skills, but I didn't train them super hard every single day. So I definitely haven't had as many numbers as I normally would. I would say that's the biggest difference.
Do you feel 100% ready then, or do you still feel like you're working your way back?
I still feel like I'm working my way back a little bit. I'm not at my full difficulty on everything, or exactly where I hope to be yet, but this is my first meet back, so I'm just trying to ease back in.
Do you feel like, when you're an elite, you only compete 2 or 3 times a year? Do you think having competed every week for 10 weeks, 14 weeks, whatever it is, has helped give you some confidence coming in?
Yeah, I think that has definitely helped. Competing so much in college has made me more comfortable just in front of people and judges. So I think that it will help me a lot.
I talked to you before NCAAs, and you were kind of like wishy-washy about the World Championships. Is that still how you're feeling about it, or is that sort of the goal now?
No, that's the goal this year now.
Do you have any plans to bring back the triple-double layout at all?
I still do them occasionally, but definitely no plan to do it this year.
If there wasn't name, image, and likeness, would that have changed any of the decisions you made over the last year?
I'm honestly not sure, because I've always wanted to be a part of a college team and enjoy that experience, but I honestly couldn't tell you.
Do you have any guesses as to why we're kind of seeing this trend of people like you doing both college and elite?
I mean, I would say that NIL plays a big factor into it, because we're now able to do both like that, but I would just say too that we've shown as a team that I feel like we showed in Tokyo that all of us together can just have fun and be supportive and not be so hard on ourselves, and so I feel like that has just pushed us and wanted us to keep going, because it's not so I mean, it's still hard, but it's nice to have a little bit of a more fun environment.
You talk about wanting a little bit more normal Olympic experience. Does that include would you really like to have, I mean, obviously your dad was there, but your family and friends and more people, fans in the stands, and get to experience that?
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm talking about. I want to be able to experience all the fans and see what that's like, competing on the biggest stage, and having my family there would be really special.
So as you've been training at Oregon State, in this normally an off season for NCAA gymnasts, is it just you, or are any of your college teammates also training, or are they taking a break?
Mm-hmm. Most of my teammates went back home right now, but we have a few that either live in Oregon or are super close in Washington. So a lot of people some people have stayed, and some people have come back from home or whatever. So I'm never completely alone in the gym, so that's nice.
Thank you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.